Good morning. I am in the dark, but it'll be light in a minute. Just on our way to this morning's workout, I'm doing a boxing session this morning. This is actually the first boxing session I've done since pre-lockdown. Back then, we used to use pads and gloves and think nothing of it. Now, today we've got our brand new punch bags, which will also soon be coming to our brand new ladies only studio in Devizes. So that'll be cool. So we also have our sessions in Devizes on today too. So busy morning, as well as high intensity from home this morning with Julie. So busy morning Caroline. So I wanted to talk about this after I shared an article yesterday about sarcopenia and lockdown, and I haven't talked about sarcopenia in a while actually. Now, I used to talk about it quite a lot, especially after the podcast I did with Richie Kerwin, who is a researcher into cardiovascular health and muscle, essentially. Now, I'm bringing this up because quite often, people might say, I only lost 2 pounds this week, or, I only lost a few pounds, I want to lose more weight, all these types of things. And what sarcopenia brings to mind is, could there be maybe just as big as an issue when you consider that muscle is protective for the heart in heart disease? So people with more muscle tend to survive longer, tend to have better quality of life. When you consider that it's protective against type 2 diabetes, because glucose, glycogen, carbohydrate is stored in muscle. So the bigger you have, the more of it you have, the more of a storage, a bit like having a big jacuzzi, a big bath that you can store more water in. Then when you use the muscle, aka exercise, you drain it a bit so it doesn't overflow. So when you consider how important that is, quality of life, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, how much that costs the NHS, how much that impacts someone's life, there are things they say yes to, from their confidence, from their energy levels, because the things you do can affect your energy, right? If you have to say no to things, a lot, that can impact our energy levels. And if you consider that, when next time you consider that you've been exercising, and this is why we track habits in the Kickstart, and why you have that accountability book to really aggressively look at what you're doing and remind yourself of the wins that you're doing, because it's very easy to overlook them. And this is why we look at the food habit, the fitness habit, and the self-care focus habit, because it's really easy just to get caught up on the outcome. The outcome you have no control over. Some people might start exercising, especially during the sessions that we're doing, and I make it clear, if they've got a kind of a relationship with the scales where they get a bit annoyed if it doesn't go down, to really do some measurements or have some genes of truth for some people, because unless they're seeing something, they struggle to keep going. And I get that, totally get it, especially when you've been sold in the past that the scales is all that matters, because it's one measure of many. And if that number not going down, which doesn't measure how toned you are, it doesn't measure your health, it doesn't even measure your body fat, remember that. It's a measure of water, a measure of muscle, a measure of fat. It could be different based on the temperature, whether you're sunburned or not, whether you slept well last night, whether you ate too much pumpkin soup like me. So all these things interact with that. And if the scale's not going in the right direction, stop you doing the things that actually protect your heart, can fight against diabetes, improve the quality of your life, increase your energy. You've got to rethink that and think, actually, what have I done this week? Well, I've done an exercise session. And before you say, I should have done 2, consider you did 1. Hey, Lucy, consider you did 1. Hey, Anna. And just really passionately look for those wins, because I get it too. It's very easy just to overlook them. Anyway, I'm nearly at Specsavers now. So, off to our morning boxing sessions, which I'm excited for, as you can tell. Anyway, if you do want to join into our 5-day free Kickstart, that starts on Monday the 19th. So I'm not sure when I'll run, or if I'll run one again, especially between now and Christmas. This is completely free, 5 days, starts Monday. I'll put the link above here. I went like this to make you look like it. And yeah, any questions, let me know. We've got stretch and cardio with Katie now as well. She's in the dark.
Hi. You can't see me, can you? It's
No.
too dark.
So, any questions, let me know, and speak soon.